Don't blink. You might miss it. At this level of boxing, hands and feet move faster than the eye can see. Once that speed enters the ring on fight night, one lapse in focus and...
Big right hand on the button. Down goes the low. Stunned.
This Saturday, two former champs collide. Peter Quillin, an elite middleweight.
Quillin with a knockout.
And Quillin Truax, fighting in his own backyard.
Absolute bombs from Quillin and Truax.
So remember, don't blink.
Happy Sunday, everyone. You blink and winter is over, but it is always summertime here in Los Angeles. We are at the Fox Sports Studios. 8-division champion Manny Pacquiao is on the hunt for his next opponent. We will tell you who we think provides the best matchup for Pac-Man. Plus, Danny Garcia and Adrian Granados throw down in just 2 short weeks. Today, we'll talk to both welterweights before they collide right here on Fox. Yes, very warm welcome to Inside PBC Boxing. I'm Kate Abdo alongside WBC welterweight champ Shawn Porter and 4-division champion Abner Mares. Hello, how are you both?
What up?
Looking very sharp. Abner, give me some good news.
Oh, man. Thumbs up. I got the green light, guys, to start working out, start training. Doesn't mean I get to, no contact in the eye, no sparring, but hey, I'm back in the gym, so I'm really excited. And hey, possibly a fight this year. That's what I'm going for. That's the goal.
And the doctor's saying that looks good?
The doctor says it looks phenomenal.
Nice, very nice. Shawn, you tried to pick yourself a fight with Errol Spence Jr. Recently.
You did?
You did,
I think you did a good job.
How likely would you say that that's looking right now?
It's sounding good. Things are sounding good. I think pretty soon things are going to start sounding great. So that's looking like it's going to be next for me. We'll see.
And when is looking like next for you?
I don't know exactly when. I feel like I'm on Errol Spence's timetable. He said July, August, so that's what's in my mind, July, August.
Is that what you would have chosen anyways?
Yeah, because I fought the very beginning of March, so why wait? You know,
Right.
I was healthy after the fight, all the good stuff. So I'm thinking July, August, something around there.
All right, sounds good. Also, by the way, future Hall of Famer Sugar Shane Mosley in the building. We will chat with the 1998 Fighter of the Year coming up as well. First, though, former title holders Peter Quillin and Caleb Truax meet on Saturday, headlining PBC on FS1 on Truax's turf in Minneapolis. We have both superweight middleweights in the studio last week, and here are some of their fighting words.
I'm just trying to prepare for the best Caleb that I could possibly get ready for.
I have more history in the division and a better resume.
I'm gonna be an underdog. I'm going to somebody's backyard, and I'm just gonna try to kick the ball over the fence and let them know who yard is this.
I'm the former champion of the 168-pound division. Can't argue with that. I just see myself coming out victorious, and the left knuckle is gonna do the trick.
He can lose by knockout, or he can lose by decision, but I'm gonna clearly be the winner in this fight.
I have a good chin, and I'm prepared to take big shots in order to do what I have to do on April 13th.
Okay, then let's quickly break down that fight from Minneapolis on FS1. Quillin and Truax meeting in a super IBF middleweight title eliminator in a must-win situation for both men. Truax, no stranger to big moments, now in his 5th bout against the current or a former world champ. He's shown some power in his hands, scoring knockouts in just over half of his wins. The former collegiate football player also went one-on-one with UK standout James DeGale. If we move on to Peter Quillin, he remained undefeated as WBO champion from 2012 to 2014. Kid Chocolate has 9 first-round knockouts, averages just 5 rounds per fight. Of his 36 fights, the Chicago-born fighter has knocked out 23 opponents. Let's start by talking about Peter. Shawn.
Let's talk about the hard-hitting, seasoned veteran Peter Quillin. And I say it like that because this is my brother in boxing, and I've known him for a long time. So when I talk about Pete, I always get excited. And that's how he is in the ring. He's exciting to watch. The same personality that you see outside the ring, he brings to the ring. He's a hard hitter. He can box very, very well. And he's seasoned. He knows his way around the ring. So you can count on him to use all of that in that fight against Caleb Truax.
It feels like it's been a long journey back, though, from the loss to Danny Jacobs, right? Does he need to prove himself?
And I like the way he presented him. He is all that. But the question is he over the knockout that he suffered against Daniel Jacobs? I think it's still some effect there mentally. I don't know how you feel about that.
The approach that I take is I gotta go by what I last saw you do, and I saw him in the ring against Jellion Love, and he
I think he's hesitated a bit.
He hasn't, but he outboxed Jellion Love pretty well for, I think, 10 rounds. And so I think, you know, that momentum going into this fight works in his favor opposed to a knockout he suffered, you know, 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Well, win or lose this fight, by the way, on the 13th. Congratulations, Arnaud. He became a father for the second time. Or is it the third time, actually? On Wednesday. Welcome to the world, Lucia Quillin. May God bless you on your journey. Abner, let's talk about Quillin Truax. He made waves in the boxing world with a stunning upset over James DeGale back in 2017. Travelled to the UK, he was a tune-up opponent, or so we thought, left a super middleweight champion. What makes him dangerous?
Exactly that. He traveled to the UK as an opponent, and he came back with that belt. Imagine what he's gonna do now at home. He's at home. He's comfortable. I've seen this guy. He's a hard nose. I mean, he's in front of you. He really brings in the fight, and I think Quillin is in for trouble, especially that type of style for Quillin. I know he likes to box, like you mentioned. He uses the ring really well, but once he gets hit, and Truax, we know he carries some power.
And that's what's so intriguing about this matchup and this fight is you got a guy who's going to come right at you in Quillin Truax. And
I'm sure he knows that.
He's got some really nice highlights. I know you've seen him. He's got some nice highlights. If you haven't seen him, you just pull up one video and it shows you who he is in the ring. He's going to come right at Peter Quillin the entire fight. And like you said, you're talking about a guy who's been knocked out. Is he over that knockout? We'll find out sooner than later in that fight whether or not he's past that knockout.
It's kind of similar to the welterweight division, isn't it? The super middleweight division, absolutely stacked right now.
Overnight, it seems like. Overnight.
Right.
It's like, you know, out of nowhere, you got a lot of big names or guys that could have big names really, really soon in that division.
You do. You've got 4 impressive champions right now, from Quillin Truax to IBF champion Caleb Plant. You've got the undefeated British fighter, Callum Smith, as well, holds the WBA title, 39-0 Mexican. Ramirez holding the WBO belt, and Anthony Durrell won the WBC title in February. Who impresses you most in this division right now?
Right now, with the belt, is Caleb Plant. Caleb Plant is fast. He is quick, sharp, very, very intelligent in the ring, flashy and entertaining, and that's what I like most about him.
Hang on, though. Would the answer have been different if it was without the belt? You said with the belt.
Well, I said with the belt because we can't forget our young gun out there,
Benavidez.
David Benavidez. And I'll let you go ahead.
And I was just gonna say that. I mean, the guy without the belt and who was not there is David Benavidez, and he is phenomenal. He is explosive. He brings the fight, and he's so, I mean, emotional when it comes to a ring. He's just a killer. He's got that killer instinct. But Caleb Plant, I like. He's a smart fighter. He proved me wrong his last fight.
And I'm not a matchmaker, but I think that's kind of like the dream fight right now in the super middleweight division. So I think so.
Okay.
You know,
Imagine if you were. I
mean, she called me. I said a guy without a belt. I really wasn't. You know, I saw that. I said a guy without a belt. But if you're talking about the division as a whole, it's got to be Caleb Plant and it's got to be David Benavidez.
Let me throw in some British love right now. What about Eubank Jr.?
I like Eubank.
You do?
Eubank's kind of wild, you know, but it's effective.
Wild in what sense?
Wild in the sense that, and is he a southpaw? I think he's a southpaw, and it's just, you know, his punches are a little unorthodox. It's an English style, so to me, it leaves him open. And against a guy like Caleb Plant, who's very precise and fast, that's a problem.
He is that style that he's so vulnerable that he makes it an interesting fight or matchup for any of the opponents that we just mentioned.
But now working with Virgil Hunter, which potentially could be a huge asset to him.
That is the key, and that's the reason why they won.
Could tighten up some things. A guy like Virgil Hunter, who is definitely a mastermind at perfection and critiquing guys, he can definitely get him on the right track.
Well, 1 year ago today, Quillin Truax lost his IBF title to the man that he took it from, James DeGale. Now on his journey back to title contention, Golden prepares for his next challenge with deep roots right at home.
I'm a Minnesotan through and through. It makes us a little bit tougher when we're out running in 5-degree weather or chopping wood in the snow. Gives you a little character, it makes you tough. Minnesota's always been home and always will be home.
Here comes Truax. Good uppercut under the... Oh, big shot!
I train at Lennox ACR Boxing in Coon Rapids, Minnesota. My gym is in a tiny little shack. It's just old school, and we make do with what we have.
A Cinderella man trying to stage one of the boxing upsets of the year.
Like Crazy Dave, one of the coaches says, we don't got a shower, but the roof leaks.
And this is a huge onslaught that Truax is producing.
One thing that is kind of always in limbo is we don't know when the city's going to take our building back because we have a free lease. We just pay the utilities. The building that we're in was vacant, and Scott Ledoux got the Anoka County to just give us the building while it's vacant. So we have no idea how long we're going to be there, and it could shut down at any time. It's my first gym and my only gym that I've ever been at. I have no reason to change. The stuff that we have has raised a world champion so far.
Don't much fancy living there, to be honest with you. It's cold.
It's blue collar right there. That's blue collar.
That is a training camp. That is like out of a movie, for real.
He's like, I've never done anything like that. I don't want to.
Do you think that Peter Quillin will see him as a stepping stone, or is he much, much more than that?
Oh, no. He's much more than a stepping stone. Yeah. This is a tough fight. After this, one of those guys should be in a championship fight.
It looks like it should be a really interesting fight on this Saturday. Let's take a look at the full card for you. Here's what we've got. Interesting couple of ones. PBC Prospect of the Year, Joey Spencer in there as well. And the first bout of the night, a title eliminator, topped off then, of course, by Peter Quillin against Caleb Truax. Thank you for watching. Well, if you enjoyed that clip, make sure you click somewhere around here and subscribe. From fight highlights to exclusive interviews, we have got everything you need as a boxing fan right here on PBC on Fox.